Sagittarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. I'm here to do your reading today for the week of December 25th through the 31st, final week of the year. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and what is coming towards you in the near future, as well as take a peer into what you may not see coming, okay? But first, we're going to get into some oracle messages. Clear the deck and get started. Thank you for tuning in today, for sharing this space with me, and thank you for all the love and support that you give this channel. It is greatly appreciated. All right, and thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit, for all your guidance and support, especially as we near the end of the year. I feel you drawing close, ever so close. Thank you for being here. All right. Ooh, birds of a feather. Ooh, really nice. Okay. It looks like you're realizing who's on your side and who's not, and what's going to make you feel really held and nurtured and supported. Birds of a feather. This is one of the cards that really speaks to community and really a sense of belonging, right? I think that this week especially, it's really important that you commune with like-hearted people. It will support you. And I think you probably have that plan, right? That's pretty obvious, you know, with the holiday. But for those of you who find that you're far away from your families, you have friends, right, that are there for you. And even if they're far, you can always pick up the phone, right, and reach out. Quieting the mind is definitely being guided here from Spirit for you to really practice more mindfulness this week. This is the card of stilling the mind. You may have had a lot on your mind, okay? Quieting the mind. It's an intention. So I think that while the world around us may be chaotic, especially during retrograde, y'all, you can be that calm voice, right, within, right? And that just takes sitting still, right, and being more present. You may not even like to meditate. Some people don't. But you can certainly be more meditative in your approach to life and how you handle things and what's going on up here. And there's also I'm getting this overall vibe of you leaning on friends, maybe even out of their perspective, feeling more centered and having more self-acceptance and acceptance over what is in your life. Because here we have the card of it is what it is, Jenna. All right, this is radical acceptance. It's like you're recognizing and observing things at face value. And it's such a beautiful way to exist, right? I feel a lightheartedness coming off you for the week. Even if you're out of circumstances suggest otherwise, you're being guided to take things lightly, right? Okay, let's get into your tarot spread now. See what's happening for you. It's interesting. I've been trying to stick to a certain spread, and as a Sag rising, I kind of have to just go with the flow. We'll see what comes up. I did one different spread for your fellow Aries sign and fire, the fire element. Leo was totally different. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to go with like I said, past, present, future as we wrap up the end of the year. Okay. What's happening for Sagittarius? Yes. Okay. Wow. Wow. Sag. You're leaning into love. Things may have been pretty hard in the past. You're moving past some stress. Yeah. All right. Seeing some good stuff coming here. All right. It's funny. Yeah, they wanted me to pull the challenge. Interesting. Okay. There's just more cards for you all today. So as you're taking this approach, right, or this necessary approach of really leaning on your friends and that support system that you have and trying to still the mind and having that radical acceptance this week, right? Those energies, remind yourself of these energies that are available to you that will help you navigate. I don't see a lot of difficulty coming up for you necessarily. I think you've had some difficulties that you're now learning how to cope with, right? And maybe in a softer way, a more gentler way. Your overall energy for the reading is the King of Swords. So this is about taking a more logical approach to life, to using your wisdom, all right, Sag? You have gained wisdom, and this is the time where I think you're being challenged to apply that wisdom, especially in a situation where your challenge is to wait, pause, see things from every possible perspective here that you can. It will foster more understanding, and also it is in regard to what you don't see coming. It's regarding a very important soul connection in your life. Whether that is current or past, I don't really think that hardly matters. I think it's a soul connection nonetheless, and it is serving to teach you and telling you that you need to pause and really use your wisdom here in dealing with this connection, okay? Because in the recent past, you were really stressed in what looked like some sort of a conflict. It could have been an internal conflict, but you were being guided to move quickly through it, okay? 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Knight of Wands, okay? A lot of fire energy. This is about moving past any sort of conflict, but I really felt like it was an internal conflict with, oh, I have so much to do. You know, it's that whole monkey mind. And there could have also been external conflict going on around you that was generating that. But for the most part, I want to go internal here because that's what you can control. What's going on within you and how you're reacting to it and how you're coping with it. Current energies are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we have the Sun, the World, and the Lovers. So you were about to embark on a brand new chapter in your loving connection that is going to be happier and lighter than it was in the preceding chapter. Okay, it could even be a new connection where you are entering into that phase, right? Where you're like, I'm focusing on happiness, I'm focusing on love, and I feel divinely guided to it. The World is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It's that first full circle moment. I do believe that you're facing a full circle moment in a connection, okay? And in the near future, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel and perceive this as much love as you're pouring into a situation. There's change occurring, right? And it has to do with letting go of the fear, right? Letting fear dictate a connection. And we're going to go deeper into this and look at why, but you're definitely being guided to drop whatever is making you feel insecure, afraid, like you want to hold on tightly to something, when honestly the best way, especially with the way you're being guided, is you're being guided right here to focus on the love and the happiness and the joy, okay? And the more you hold on and worry, the more you are staying and lingering in an energy that you were really, Spirit is saying you're leaving that behind. And you are allowed to, right, to have momentary fears. They're going to come up, right? But let them inform different action, right? Where you don't take it to the place of fear, where you actually pause and recognize it happening as it's happening, right? I believe you're becoming a lot more conscious of the way you're handling a situation. That's what it feels like. Let's clarify. See what's happening. The more you quiet your mind, the more you can accept the situation for what it is. Knight of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. You're in a deep period of analysis here regarding a loving connection, right? That I believe you're waiting for things to get better in a situation, and it's slow. The process is slow, right? You are giving love, but you're also trying to balance out the love you're giving and the balance in your head over being up in your head about it, okay? So you're being guided, especially in this reading, to take that necessary pause to, like I said, kind of course correct with how you're framing a connection, because it will really, really help you. Use your wise mind. Spirit keeps saying, use your wise mind in the situation. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Whatever that is in your mind that you could, like, if you pull on that thread, it's just going to, like, make things fall apart. But if you notice the thread and you say, I see you, thread, but if I pull on you, it's going to cause so much disturbance within me. I'm going to look at the thread instead and see what happens. It's like you're trying a different approach. You're taking your time in a process of analysis and not letting the feeling take over. You're balancing the feeling with the thought. Hope that helps. All right. What is this stress you were feeling? You're moving through a little bit of internal conflict, I believe. I want to look into the Nine of Wands in your past. Yeah. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Eight of Wands. There could have been some incoming communication, some answers that were given to you, very fast moving. You were being guided to pause. Whatever information you were getting in the past started to really overwhelm you. And I think you've had to let the energy settle from the past into the current situation to feel like, okay, I have a handle on what's going on. It's almost like you had to get all the facts and now you have a plan. Okay. Before it was like, I don't even know what the hell's going on, Jenna. Okay. Well, now I do. And now I know how I need to address it, how I need to handle it. Whatever answers you needed to learn about a situation in order to not overstress about it, you have the answers now. Now it's a matter of, can you drop the blocks within you that it brought up? Yeah. This conflict has a lot to do with that line you draw between what's yours and what's theirs, okay? In a connection, all right? Being guided by your intuition, we have the Two of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles. So when it comes to standing up for yourself in a situation, standing up for your needs, while simultaneously being there for another, I just feel like you were guided in the past on a very subtle level to draw healthy boundaries around an energy. And as hard as it was, I think you successfully did it, but you didn't like it. You didn't like it. Like, I don't want to do it, but I know I have to because it's not going to be healthy for me. All right. Moving forward in the Knight of Wands, this fast-moving energy, this pause that you had around your own boundaries. Now you're like, okay, I get it, Spirit. Thank you. You know, I'm not saying that to Spirit. You are. You now know that when you start to understand what you can control, what you can't, your commitment is very vital, right? Your commitment to self is vital in everything you put out in the world. And I think right now you're moving through a period of time. It's this energy you're carrying in your learning that ultimately what I believe is what I'm going to go with, okay? And what someone else believes, I think that had a lot to do with the conflict around the boundary. What someone else believes is theirs and what I believe is mine. And I'm going to work on what I know I can control about what I believe and the amount of passion you're putting towards something, right? I really do believe that you were able to successfully draw healthy boundaries and you recognized that out of that, you made yourself happy in a situation where in the past, you maybe would have gotten taken down by this energy. Let's move to the current energies in the Sun. Ooh, yeah, okay. You're still being challenged by this boundary, right? This line that you drew in the sand between this is yours and this is mine. We have the Hangman, the Devil, and the Queen of Pentacles. There's something that you perceive outside of you that has been threatening the stability and the happiness of a connection. And you've really had to take a long pause. We're getting the Hangman in the present and the Hangman in the challenge. Let's go in the Hangman and find out what this devil energy is. And this may be you taking the necessary, like I said, remember we talked about that? When you pause, you're able to better determine what's yours and what's theirs. But if you don't do the pause, right, you get stuck. Yeah. This definitely has to do with the loving connection and this sadness. I do believe that there's this weight that you're carrying because there's somebody in your life that you are recognizing that someone in your life is going through a difficult time. And it's almost like you want to take that from them, but you know you can't. And maybe in the past, what I'm seeing is you realized, ooh, I need to be careful because I could totally mother this person or take over or rescue. And you said, oh, wait a minute, I have to wait. I can't do that. So you caught yourself. What's beautiful about this is you caught yourself in this and you were able to course correct. So now there's more of an equal give and take because you didn't take control of a situation that you knew wasn't yours, but you still have feelings around it. Just because you realize, okay, this is not mine, this is theirs, it doesn't mean you don't have feelings around it. But Spirit is guiding you to make sure you pause and draw that line between you and this person. The world, yeah. There's been a connection in your life where there has been a lot of investment and a lot of love and a lot of difficulty. Spirit wants you to know that it is changing. Things are changing for the better, but it takes time. As you draw these healthy boundaries, you know, it takes a while to bounce back. Yeah. There's so much that you are dealing with. We had the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Cups of the world. This is about you really leaning into you and not letting how someone else shows up dictate the amount of fear you're going to feel over a connection. This could be a past connection, a present connection. It's a connection nonetheless that means a lot to you. There's a very deep feeling of this is my destiny, but right now it's like it's on hold. Like you're in this loving connection, but there's something about it where it's almost like there's something going on where either you're doing some healing work or they're doing some healing work, and it's on hold for whatever reason, and it needs to be on hold because there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. All right, let's go. We got 2 of the 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah. This is about coming back into a balance and again, recognizing, all right, the little bit of investment that you're doing daily to help another person is tremendous. I do believe that you are really giving towards somebody that it's almost like you're tempering the amount of energy you're giving to somebody because it's just what they need. If you hover, it's going to push them away. If you control, it's going to push them away. But you recognize that this is not my fight. This is not my battle. They're dealing with some sort of something inside that's diminishing their happiness. And you're giving love to the situation and it's helping, but you are not taking control. I love seeing the Sag. You're trying to manifest your way out of this feeling of restriction in a loving bond, right? But you're also at peace. You're finding peace with knowing this isn't self-imposed mental anguish entrapment here. It's like you're pausing long enough to recognize where you could go and where maybe you've gone in the past with other people, but you're like, no, what? I can be here. I can be a steady force in this person's life, right? I can help them. I can hold their hand, but I cannot fix it for them. And that is a tremendous difference than where you've been before in the past. I love seeing this. Yeah. You're moving through becoming empowered in your own self with maintaining steadiness in a very difficult situation. And I do believe that as you gain more and more self-empowerment, moving through these energies, we have the Judgment, the Chariot, the Emperor over the Wheel of Fortune in the immediate future. You're coming out of a feeling that, you know what, I can give someone love and it can be their battle. And I don't have to fight for them. You know what I mean? You're being guided, divinely guided to be a strong, steady force in someone's life and to drop the control. You can't control the way someone shows up. It's like, you get it, Sag. You get it. Yeah, I love this. Sag, you were really impressing me today. We have the Tower, the Ace of Wands, and the Lovers with the Six of Cups. It's like, you know what? I know what to give. I know what they need. And it's selfless, but it's also self-empowering at the same time. It's like you're looking at the ways you invest in a connection, and you're trusting that all is well. I know what I can control. I'm going to get the support I need. I'm going to be there for them. And in the meantime, I know how to take care of myself. It's like you're being this calm, steady, centered force in someone's life who's going through hell and back. All right? And you're recognizing this is where my boundary is, and it's a loving boundary. And when you do that, you really show up for people in the best way possible. And you're like, it is what it is, and I can control what I can control. It's like, you get it. Sag, I'm so proud of you. This was a very deep reading. Thank you for this. It's like, it's really the act of kindness to give someone this level of support without trying to control the situation. And it's quite incredible. Spirit is being wowed by, I'm at a loss for words with how you're handling a difficult situation, frankly. That's what I got for you this week. Take care, Sag.